Welcome back to the channel, guys. So I figured we do something a little bit fun. This one is called the 10 next level funniest oversells in WWE. Now, someone suggested in the comments that I react to The Rock doing a sell to the Stone Cold Stunner. I didn't want to react to like a 3-second clip, so I was like, you know what? I should find a list of a bunch of funny oversells, and hopefully that is in this list. If not, I'll try to find another one, then I'll try to find another one, and we'll keep going. I like laughing. Laughing is good for the soul. Hopefully you guys laugh at this video too. Now, before we get started, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and the bell next to it, and let's get into this.
But the term of selling can be defined as the art of a wrestler making a move look like it hurt. Throughout the years, there have been a number of memorable instances of selling, as everybody knows about how The Rock used to sell the Stone Cold Stunner, or that time Shawn Michaels decided to oversell everything Hulk Hogan did at 2005 SummerSlam pay-per-view. However, there are many more memorable incidents of selling that are often overlooked and truly need to be appreciated.
Salute.
So that being said, there are 10 more funny and memorable oversells in WWE.
Yo, these wrestlers got to be the greatest of all time when it comes to these things, because it's like if I see somebody oversell in the ring and I'm a wrestler, there's no way I'm not laughing.
Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos, and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists. Number 10, Rusev hilariously sells a punch. And the Mixed Match Challenge was a concept that WWE tried in 2018 to generate fan interest. The event, exclusive to Facebook, featured mixed tag team matches, with the winning tag team getting the number 30 spots in the respective Royal Rumble matches.
And
most of the matches on show were very comedic in nature, and nothing was taken too seriously. Therefore, when Rusev and Lana teamed up to face R-Truth and Carmella, the comedy spots were really well executed. Without a doubt, the most memorable comedy spot of the match featured Rusev selling a punch from R-Truth by taking a number of bumps on the outside of the ring. This oversell may not have been appropriate for a non-comedy match, but with this being the Mixed Match Challenge, the spot and the sell went down extremely well with the fans. Number 9.
That reminded me, I don't know if you guys watched that clips from, what is the name of it? It's a Dana White's thing now. It's called Slap. It's a slap thing, but I forget the name of the actual league. It was this video, this lady got slapped so hard, she started doing somersaults on the ground. Like, this person slapped her so hard, she turned into Sonic the Hedgehog. To get slapped into a video game multiverse, it's crazy. It is crazy.
Chuck Palumbo sells a DDT from The Undertaker. In the summer of 2003, The Undertaker was in the midst of a rather forgettable feud with the FBI on SmackDown. Not the real FBI, but the full-blooded Italians. Although the feud acted as filler feud before WWE revisited the Undertaker vs. Brock Lesnar rivalry, it did provide fans with the most dramatic oversell of a DDT ever seen. On the June 5, 2003 edition of SmackDown, The Undertaker was facing Chuck Palumbo. During the match, Taker hit a DDT on Palumbo, and Palumbo sold this by awkwardly standing up and then falling back down again. The oversell shouldn't have been as funny as it was, and no doubt The Undertaker took issue to how Palumbo sold one of his trademark moves. Number 8, Buddy Murphy sells the Spear. Buddy Murphy vs. Roman Reigns was one of the most talked about matches of 2019. The match acted as a come-out party for Murphy as he showed the world what he was capable of in a truly awesome match with WWE's top guy. The finish of the match involved Reigns hitting a spear on Murphy for the victory. However, this wasn't an ordinary spear. Murphy
I remember
one of the best oversells ever seen for a spear, and he would over-rotate and literally flip onto his stomach. It looked absolutely incredible, and it received an enormous reaction from the live audience. Number 7.
I don't know what it is, but a lot of the guys from 205 Live, a lot of their sales when it comes to a bunch of moves is always to do some type of flip. Always. Whether we're talking about Buddy Murphy, we're talking about Mustafa Ali, or we're talking about Cedric Alexander. Like, they always end up doing some type of flip when they get hit. And obviously, Ricochet, he wasn't in 205, but yeah, he's part of that party as well. It's pretty funny.
Lio Rush is selling against Braun Strowman. When Braun Strowman got his hands on Lio Rush in a tag team match on Raw in 2019, fans expected Braun to manhandle Rush, and to be fair, they were right. However, nobody expected Rush to virtually oversell every single thing Braun did in the match, making him look like an absolute monster in the process. Rush would sell slams by making it look as if he was having an exorcism performed on him, and he would even have spit coming out of his mouth after one move to sell the impact and the ferocity of Braun's moveset. It looked truly incredible, and Rush made Braun look like $1,000,000 in the ring. Number 6, Booker T sells the Stunner at 2000.
Hey, whenever somebody owed me money, I would always play Lio Rush's theme, so I come to collect as I walk in the room. They would get annoyed, but they knew what time it was.
2002 Royal Rumble. Booker T's appearance at the 2002 Royal Rumble featured not just one of the most memorable eliminations of all time, but it also featured one of the greatest oversells of the Stone Cold Stunner ever seen. Booker would enter the match at number 30, and it would last a total of 30 seconds before being eliminated by Stone Cold Steve Austin. Booker was eliminated by literally being Stone Cold Stunnered out of the ring. This came about by Austin interjecting a spinneroonie attempt from Booker, and it resulted in one of the biggest crowd pops of the entire match. Number 5, Cedric Alexander.
The funny thing is that he just got eliminated recently from doing a spinneroonie and eventually getting tossed on the rope. I think the spinneroonie has to stop doing Royal Rumble. Okay, it's not a good idea.
Alexander sells the Claymore. Drew McIntyre's Claymore has become one of the top finishing moves in the entire WWE. Without question, the most memorable sell of the move has been from Cedric Alexander. During a number of their matches together, Cedric has sold the Claymore
the 205 Live guys
turning
love
himself
flipping,
inside out and doing a flip to sell the move. Speaking to Ryan Satin, McIntyre himself admitted that Cedric has the best sell of his finisher that he's ever seen. He revealed, Cedric Alexander, inside out. The first one we did had to be replayed a million times with the live fans. Backflip over and it looked spectacular. The last one we did, he was so low to the ground when he went around. For some reason, if I were in a bar and kicked someone in the face, it would have spun like that. Number 4, Ricochet sells the RKO by landing on his head. Ricochet has attained a reputation for being one of the best pure sellers in the entire WWE. One of the biggest examples of this took place on Raw in October 2019, as during a match against Drew McIntyre, Randy Orton would interfere and catch Ricochet out of nowhere with a devastating RKO. But this wasn't any ordinary RKO, as Ricochet sold the move by landing on the top of his head. It looked absolutely brutal, and it actually looked like Ricochet was seriously hurt. Fans in attendance were absolutely shocked as to what they had just witnessed, and a number of fans compared Ricochet's sell to how RVD previously sold the RKO during the Ruthless Aggression era.
Oh yeah!
Number 3, Dolph Ziggler sells for Goldberg. But one of the top matches on the SummerSlam 2019 match card was Dolph Ziggler going up against Goldberg. The match would act as a retribution match for Goldberg, as the last time he wrestled in the WWE, he wrestled Taker in one of the worst matches of all time. WWE picked Ziggler as they knew that the former world champion would make Goldberg look like the best he's looked in years, and Ziggler certainly did that. Although the match was a complete squash, it didn't stop Ziggler from offering fans some of the best examples of overselling that has ever been seen in the WWE. Ziggler would sell a number of Goldberg spears by flying through the air, making it look like he was broken in half. Number 2, Brock Lesnar throws Ric Flair over the referee. Brock Lesnar had one of the most successful rookie years in WWE history. Debuting after WrestleMania 18, they were adamant to make Lesnar the next top guy in the WWE, and he would run through virtually the entire roster before becoming WWE Champion at SummerSlam in 2002. One of Lesnar's lesser-known matches during this time was a great match with Ric Flair on Raw in the summer of 2002. In the match, Flair made Lesnar look like an absolute beast by selling everything he did with fear and trepidation. Flair was always known as a fantastic seller, especially during his time as a heel, but it was great to see that he could sell just as well as a babyface. During the match, there was a notable spot where Flair oversold a kickout from Lesnar, as Flair went for a trademark knee drop, and it only secured a 2 count as Lesnar pushed Flair off, and Flair went flying in the air and actually went flying over the referee.
You know what's funny? I used to do that to my nephews when they were little. Of course, there was like padded pillows everywhere. Like I used to just toss them up in the air, and they'll laugh and they'll run back. But Ric Flair with this tan, I know I make a lot of Dragon Ball Z references, but he do look like Jason from the Ginyu Force with that tan and that hair color. Like, go look it up if you don't know who I'm talking about.
This was an amazing sell from Flair, as it really showed the WWE fans just how strong Lesnar was. And number 1, Randy Orton sells the Stone Cold Stunner at the Survivor Series in 2003. The Survivor Series 2003 featured one of the best traditional Survivor Series matches of all time. Team Bischoff would take on Team Stone Cold with the added stipulation that if Team Bischoff won, Stone Cold would have to step down as co-GM of Raw. The match was a near 30-minute classic, and it featured some of the most legendary superstars of all time, including the likes of Randy Orton, Chris Jericho, Christian, RVD, Shawn Michaels, and the Dudley Boys.
Yeah, that match was
the match is also responsible for one of the most underrated oversells of the Stunner ever seen in WWE. It came towards the closing moments of the match as Stone Cold would interfere and would hit Orton with a Stunner. Orton sold this by flipping backwards and threw himself back so much that his legs were actually hanging out of the ropes. The crowd went insane for the sell. But there you have it, folks. 10 more funny and memorable oversells in WWE.
Oh my god, that is crazy. What is the craziest oversell that you guys have ever seen? off the top of my head, I can't think of outside of like The Rock, obviously selling a stunner. The ones they've already named, the Claymore, Cedric Alexander, Ricochet, maybe Austin Theory when he sells the curb stomp. Devon Dudley when he sells anything. I don't know. I can't really think of anyone else who's like the craziest oversells that I've ever seen. Mustafa Ali, he oversells pretty much all the things that he gets hit with. So I don't know. Let me know in the comment section if you guys have a video you guys would like for me to react to. Let me know. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Salute. Peace.